Richie.
Hi, everybody. We're gonna get started. We have a transition period here from a new EMA. I wanted to say thank you so much to Tal. He stepped up as the interim. He did a tremendous job. It's the second time he's done it. He started with the pandemic. He did a great job there, and now he stepped in when Mike moved on. So I want to say thank you very much, and you did a tremendous job. I really appreciate it. That just means what a team member he really is for Team Needham. So thank you.
We're very lucky.
So, thank you. And now we have Kristen Scoble, who's going to be the new EMA, and she's worked with other departments in the town. I'm sure you're familiar with her. So thank you so much, Kristen. Welcome. Tim?
Kristen officially starts next week. And Talib has been doing a great job moving a couple different projects forward, and is actually going to keep moving the Project Storm Ready forward for us, which would be great. We have a very brief meeting this morning, and our main item mostly is a MEMA update. So Heather's going to come on up.
Okay, well, good morning, everyone. I didn't know I was really the only, not the only, but, so don't really have a ton by way of updates, except, eclipse, be careful, don't look at the sun, all that good stuff. Should be interesting. We haven't really put anything out from MEMA. I haven't heard really anything about too many concerns or anything like that, like we were just discussing. Thankfully, the state is not in the path of totality, or that might have been a much different story. And especially where we have the marathon coming up a week from today, we really didn't need to have anything else on our plate. So thankful for that. And, speaking of that, we do have the marathon coming up. So we've been pretty much working on our planning since January is usually when they do their kickoff meeting for the marathon. Thankfully, these last couple of years, it's been pretty much sort of the same basic plan going forward for every single city and town. We have local coordinators, which is myself. We all participate and sit in the different EOCs that the marathon goes through. So we have that sort of continuity and that communication with our state EOC and all of the things that they're doing there. So still quite an endeavor, but at least we're sort of, kind of know what we're doing now every single time it comes around. So just in terms of any other updates, we did have our quarterly EMD meeting in March, which was held in Franklin. We had a really good turnout there. I'm not sure that we have a date set yet for our next meeting, but it will be within this quarter. I would have to say probably sometime in June if I had a hazard a guess. We also did have our CERC meeting. The CERC is really trying to sort of put itself back together, I guess, for lack of a better way of talking about it. It's the state's Emergency Response Commission. So they're basically the ones that are supposed to be overseeing and assisting all of the LEPCs. There had been some transition. There had been no one leading the charge for a while there. Now we do have somebody in place, Kim Castle, who is technically the tech hazard supervisor at MEMA. So she's been working hard trying to bring people together. Right now, she's a department of one. So it's been a little bit difficult for her, just trying to get the lay of the land and figure everything out. So there was just a meeting a couple of weeks ago. I was not able to attend, but there's a lot of passionate people that are members of the CERC. So they're really going to be working hard to get everybody to come together and make sure that they're putting out some sort of products to the LEPCs to make sure that everybody is doing, the things that you're supposed to be doing to be EPRA compliant, and making sure that, there isn't any false information going out there, and that all the information that's being put out there is good information that will only be helpful for the LEPCs moving forward. We have done a couple of exercises. We've been partnering with Mass Maritime Academy. So usually, I know they have an intern program, but that they also have a program where their students get to work on putting together tabletop exercises for different cities and towns. So they've been in their delivery mode right now. So I want to say probably had at least 5 or 6 that we've helped participate in, that Mass Maritime students have put together and worked with different cities and towns on. So if that's anything that town is ever interested in, we'll try to get that information from Mass Maritime. They're always looking for towns that are willing to participate, either with interns, that they're willing to take interns over the summer. That is something else that they're looking for currently as well. So we did participate in those, did just have our final graded Seabrook Nuclear Power Plant exercise. That was just on Wednesday. We did pass as far as I can tell, so that's definitely a good thing. And that's always a really big undertaking, trying to get, coordination between New Hampshire, Massachusetts, 6 EOCs, the state's EOC. So they usually do a pretty good job of trying to get everybody together with that. And then, as always, our website, the TRS website, always has all the different training opportunities listed on it. If there's anything that you're ever looking for the town, we can at least try to have a conversation and see if that's something that somebody might be able to bring to the town, or at least try to provide that opportunity so folks from the town could at least try to attend that class elsewhere. I think that's pretty much it for me. Anybody have any questions for me or anything like that? Sure.
The interns for Mass Maritime, in what capacity, like what kinds of internships? Like, does it matter which department? It's not all over the place.
So it is really specifically, trying to see what I have here that they put out here. They don't give a lot of information. I want to click on this link because we're just really kind of the ones that sort of help put it out there. Anything has to go through the actual Mass Maritime coordinator. I don't know that they give the specifics on exactly what it is that they would expect people to do. Let me see here. It's feedback. I mean, it really just depends. It looks as though they've had people that worked with like an energy company before. I'm just trying to do like a quick look. Somebody worked for Gillette Stadium over the winter. So it does seem like there's a lot of different types of things and opportunities for these students. They do have 2 different sessions where they're looking for students, one from April 22nd to June 21st, and then another one from June 24th to August 30th. I do have the links to the information. So if you guys are interested, I guess just let me know who I can send that word to, and then you can send it out to the whole group. But if that's something that anybody is at least interested in, I have the link that's right to the form, and then you would just coordinate that directly with Mass Maritime. We kind of, we're out of it at that point, but. All right, anything else? Great, thank you.
So 1 or 2 other brief updates, and then Talib, I don't know if you had any updates you wanted to go over. We're going to be doing some additional MRC training, and Talib is going to be coming back to his role doing MRC training for Needham, which is great. He's been a real help for the last couple of years building up our MRC. We are planning to do, and we don't have dates yet, specific EOC content related training. So, a drill and also a training on sort of how to activate the EOC, how to, respond if there was a call put out that we needed to open the room and physically staff it with a June timeframe. We don't know the exact dates, but we should have them in about 2 weeks. We should have the exact dates. So we are going to make a big push on MRC training, EOC exercises. Talib's helped develop the procurement scope that's going to go out, or that went out. The other thing I guess I'd mention is that, and I'm forgetting whether it's fiscal year or calendar year, but one of those, next fiscal year or next calendar year, we have to update our HVA. So that's something that we'll be relying upon both town staff and community partners who sit on the local emergency planning committee to help us do a new round of hazard vulnerability assessment in the community. So those are some of the things that are coming up. Anyone have any questions? I know it's a fairly.
Tim, is that MRC training typically at Rosemary?
Sometimes, and actually, I think I see Jeremy on. We've done it once or twice as part of a regional training at Olin. Sometimes we coordinate with multiple MRC groups to do a larger training. But that's part of our push. Talib's done a number of small trainings, and we're looking potentially to get a couple different MRCs from across the region together to do a larger.
If you would not at the RC, we should coordinate for the pool opening.
Yeah.
Parking.
We know basically June 15th to September 15th is, or maybe June 1st, yeah. Yeah. Any other questions, anything? Caleb, you want to mention? That's good. Okay. Great, yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good day. Are there? Nope, I think that's it. Yes, sorry.